I cried a river while watching this movie, and a part of me became sad and angry at the same time. Welcome, my name is Janelle and this is my Nollywood diary, where we get to talk about Nollywood movies and what's not. Well, I had my misgivings watching this movie because, well, I review Nollywood movies, but this particular one had a touch of Nollywood. Why? Because my crush is in it. Yeah, Ramsey Nouah is in it. So, well, and then the language used a bit of pidgin. So I could say, well, it has a little Nollywood in it. So I had to see it. And truth be told, I did not regret seeing this movie. It was divine. It was good. Movie under review today, it's a Cameroonian movie that was inspired by the youngest Nobel Peace Prize, Malala Yousafzai. It was Cameroon's submission to the 93rd Academy Awards for the category of International Feature Film. The Nigerian submission of The Milkmaid, which I have been looking for a while. Please, if you've seen The Milkmaid, chat me up, tell me where I can get it so that I can also see it. So I've been hearing so much about The Milk. Well, just as The Milkmaid missed out on the category, so also was this particular movie by Enah Johnscot. It was not nominated for the Academy Awards, but doesn't mean it wasn't a good watch. It was nominated for Best Feature Film at the 2020 Paris Art and Movie Awards. So you might be asking, what movie is Janelle ranting on about? Well, it is no other than The Fisherman's Diary. Yeah.
The movie centers on 12-year-old Eka in a small fishing community. She's the apple of her father's eyes and he calls her Small Mommy, which means my little mother because she looked like his own mother. She's very entrepreneurial, domestic and hardworking at her age. Too hardworking, it seemed like child labor if you ask me. Unfortunately, their relationship was threatened when she picked up interest in schooling. The father would not allow it because of the seemingly negative impact of education on his wife, who turned out to be a big girl in quotes that eventually cost her life. So her father would not allow her to tread the same path. Even the community didn't fancy education, especially for the girl child. They felt the educated ones were lazy, poor, and whatnot. Despite all of this, Eka was relentless and continued with her books secretly, hiding outside the classroom for classes until she was caught by her father and given the ultimate beating of her life. Even at that, she persuaded teacher Bibi to homeschool her at the expense of her job. Since she was stubborn, her uncle suggested to her father that he marries her off since he couldn't control her. Meanwhile, he had his own sinister reason for this suggestion. She was so good that the school, amidst all the wahala, still considered her, who isn't even a registered pupil of the school or even registered for the Bamenda Brain Box competition. For them, it was either they commit a crime, hope for a miracle, or lose the school. At the end of the day, will 12-year-old Eka eventually get married to a man old enough to be her father? Or will she decide to take her life? Or will the school eventually commit a crime, get a miracle, or lose the school? The stakes were pretty high.
Well, to my dislikes, not really, but I didn't really like the abrupt shift to the older Eka in the movie. It was good and then it wasn't exactly good for me. It just didn't blend in well for me. Well, to my likes, there were a whole lot of them. Whoa, I really loved the resilience of Eka. Her spirit was strong. Wow, it was beautiful to watch. After all she went through, encouraged herself with a poster of Malala. It was just beautiful to behold. Whoa, the suspense was top notch. Never ever in your life predict this movie. No way. It was good. And then that thing that you guys did, the filmmakers, towards the end, and then it was the community watching TV. That was just beautiful. My heart almost gave away. I am not going to say anything about it because I ain't giving any spoilers in this movie, but that scene was just beautiful, where the little girl was shouting, crowding and looking for Eka's dad. It was just beautiful. Whoa. The language, the diction, it was beautiful. The pidgin especially, it resonates with the pidgin we have here in Nigeria. I loved it. I felt at home. Yeah, I felt at home with the language. I loved it. It was beautifully crafted. It was good. Cinematography was beautiful. I have never seen the water side. The water side. Yes, I've never seen the water side so beautiful like it was in the movie. It was so beautiful on screen. It wasn't clean or anything, but it was just the way they captured it. It was beautiful. Whoa. Then Faith Fidel played Eka. She's a fantastic child actor. She was beautiful. She manned her character. You know, the movie evolved around her. She was the major character, but she hit the nail. She followed through with her character. She took the lead and it was beautifully executed. The girl can act. You are good. Whoa. Some of you might be discouraged like, oh, this movie is over 2 hours long. Trust me, do not be dismayed. You will enjoy every minute of this movie. It was beautiful. I'm saying beautiful a whole lot of times. The Fisherman Diary speaks of culture, it speaks of hope, it speaks of girls' education, it speaks of feminism, it speaks of female rights. It has a whole lot of deep lessons in this movie, and I give the Fisherman Diary a 4.5 star rating. It is deserving. Just in case you're wondering, where can I see the Fisherman Diary? It's on Netflix. Some people chat me up and ask me questions. Oh, Janelle, where can I download this movie? Where can I see it? This particular one, The Fisherman's Diary, can be found on Netflix. Well, most of my movie reviews, most of them can be found at the cinemas or on Netflix. Or, well, if you can't find it, just ask Google. They will tell you where to find the movie. Before I leave you, tell me, what movie would you want me to review? Tell me any movie at all. I can review it and we get to talk about it. You know, I like to talk. Well, I think at this junction, I will have to leave you. Thank you so much for watching. But I'll leave you with this quote that kept resounding in my mind, which was from the movie. And of course, Malala Yousafzai also said this: one child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. Bye-bye.